Revenge of the Mummy opened at Universal Studios Florida in 2004. The ride takes riders through a dark and twisting layout with lots of fire effects as you try and escape the mummy from the movie and movie franchise, The Mummy. Pretty simple concept, but a lot of fun on a roller coaster. This is going to be my full review of the attraction, along with who I think it would be best for. I'm going to give it a rating at the end and describe what you might experience on Revenge of the Mummy. A special thanks to Reeves for suggesting this to me. Reeves is my cousin. He said, I want a Revenge of the Mummy review. That's the next video you need to make. And so I am doing that in honor of him and at his request. As of right now, Revenge of the Mummy is one of only 3 roller coasters operating in the Universal Studios Florida Park, as the other 2 are Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts and Trolls Stroller Coaster, neither of which, in my opinion, are as extreme as Mummy. While Mummy is not overly extreme, it is more intense than the other 2, making it the most extreme in the park. With that being said, it is not going to be too much for kids, probably ages 9 and up, I would say, on this one, just because the Mummy can be kind of creepy. But other than that, not too extreme for the younger riders. As I said just a minute ago, Revenge of the Mummy does take place inside in the dark, making it elevated, in my opinion. The coaster itself probably wouldn't be that great if it was just outside and you were riding in it in daylight. But since it's in the dark, that makes it so much more fun. They also incorporated a dark ride section of Revenge of the Mummy into 2 parts. There's one at the beginning with a mummy animatronic knocking out this teenage guy, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of a weird scene. I didn't completely understand it, but the animatronics were cool. And then there's another dark ride scene later, about midway through the ride, after the backwards section. Yes, there's a backwards section where they pretend like the ride is done. It's a fake out, and then the glass explodes and sprays water on you. Not much. It's not bad for any of those who don't like getting wet. It's just like a little sprinkle. And then there's another mummy animatronic saying something, and then there's fire up above your head. It's really cool. The fire effects on this ride are amazing. Now, normally in reviews, I would like to go over the layout and talk about what you experience in each portion of the ride, each element. With Mummy, that's extremely hard because it is in the dark, and so the layout isn't actually very clear to me. I can't like picture it like I can a ride like Velocicoaster because it's in the dark and I don't actually know what comes after what. But I will say dark ride section happens first, and then there's a left turn, kind of a swooping turn that drops you down a little bit. You go forward, slam on the brakes really hard. Then you go backwards down a small hill, flip around, and then launch up into the coaster section. After that, I have no idea what happens. I'm just going to go over that real quick and then give a couple of closing thoughts. So, the first dark ride section, the mummy guy is talking to you. He's talking about how he's going to take your souls and rule for all eternity, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about all that. The mummy warriors guys pop up from either side. There's a big fire effect. That's very cool itself. The fire effects are amazing. And the overall scene is just a cool scene. There's treasure everywhere. He's like offering you the treasure. He just wants your soul. And obviously we're trying to escape because we don't want to give him our souls. That would be silly. Why would we trade our souls for treasure? Ridiculous. Not smart. So we attempt to escape down the swooping left turn that I mentioned earlier. Go forward a little bit up a hill. Slam on the brakes. I believe there's a switch track that moves as you're sitting there. There's a screen that, actually I believe it's a projector, projects on the wall these black bugs, which I believe are from the Mummy movie, coming at you, and then you fall backwards. Down the hill you just went up, but instead of a turn, it's now straight track. You go straight, and then you enter a turntable, flip around, and launch up a hill, a launch lift hill, and go swooping down into the course, which itself is a lot of fun. The actual roller coaster section on this ride is incredible. There's not any standout elements. Like I said before, the layout actually probably wouldn't be that good if it wasn't inside in the dark. Since it is inside in the dark, you don't know what's coming or where you're going next, and it is a lot of fun. Just some quick stats here. During the roller coaster section, you do get up to 79 feet. I'm not sure what the thought process there was. Maybe they built a building that you could only get clearance up to 79 feet. Maybe they intended 80, and that just didn't work, so they lowered it a foot. I don't know. I don't know why you built something 79 feet, but they did, and that's how it is. it doesn't take away anything. I don't think a foot actually matters that much. It just kind of like looks weird on a stat sheet to me. The ride is 2,200 feet long and reaches a top speed up to 45 miles an hour. It feels a lot faster in the dark. Let me just say, it feels like you're going at least 60, and it's crazy. There's people screaming. There's things flying by you because there's a couple effects. There are a couple statues, or there are a couple lights that go flying past you and look cool. I'm pretty sure one was purple. That's the main thing I remember from the roller coaster section. Is you turn down left, there's a big smoke effect with a light in it, so you can see like the smoke or fog or whatever it is. Then there's a purple light as you're turning right out of the drop. So that's about all I have as far as the experience goes. As far as the final score goes, I'm going to give Mummy an 8 out of 10. Really solid ride, really, really fun. And it's great for someone who maybe isn't quite into roller coasters yet, but thinks they might like them. It's really, really great for that. Overall, it's pretty smooth. There's a couple spots that are a little janky, There's always a couple spots that are a little janky in older rides. This one is 22 years old, so it's getting older, but not bad at all. Like, I actually love this ride a lot. And with the lack of roller coaster offerings that they have in studios, this has become a must-do. It was a must-do when it opened, and then it kind of, petered out a little bit. Still very popular, but not as much as it was when it opened because it wasn't new anymore. And most people had done it. They want to ride other things more. But with Rocket gone and the replacement coming, there's not a lot of options for roller coasters in studios since the replacement's still being built. Gringotts is kind of like half roller coaster, half not. And then there's Troller Coaster. It's Troller Coaster. So all you have left is Mummy, pretty much. So yeah, there you have it. That is my review of Revenge of the Mummy. Overall, great ride. Really enjoy doing it. And staying tuned for more roller coaster reviews and rankings here at Eaglewings Coasters. Always use Eaglewings Travels as your travel agent. They do a great job there. Never forget that Jesus loves you. Take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.